Wilson Morales, Black from TV. Hello, folks. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
So after, training and working on the series, which one of you is good at baseball?
Well, the answer
This
is
one.
both of us. No, you are.
We're better than we
Yeah.
were when we started. But
Everybody got better. And some had more experience than others when we started, but everybody really, we trained for a long time. We put a lot of work into it. Everybody wanted to get better. Everybody put their whole heart and body into it. We have the injuries to prove it.
injuries, yeah.
And, we wanted it to look good. Everybody was very passionate about.
Does it look good? Does it look real? Did that
exactly.
look real?
Yeah.
Now, had either one of you played the game before?
We both have.
Yeah.
I played as a kid, I played through high school, and then would sort of as an, adult would play whenever I could, whether that was once a month or once a year,
Yeah.
but I do. Baseball is, it's, I was about to say my favorite sport, but I got a lot of sports that I love, but I really, really, really love playing baseball.
It's great. I played in grade school. I was okay. Not great. And then I revisited again in my 20s. I joined the Broadway Show League as a competitive baseball thing.
They take it very
or
seriously.
softball thing, and they take it really seriously.
Yeah.
So I joined that, and that was very high stakes. And I was like, I did one season of that, and was like, I'm good now. I'll stick to the stage stuff.
So when you're playing these roles, obviously, I like to think that any actor that takes on a role, there's a little bit there's a little bit of themselves in a character. How do you say that with the roles that you're playing? Do you see yourself in any traits of the characters you're playing? Darcy?
Yeah, I mean, there is some, I would say even with this friendship, it was easy to lean into our real friendship. Melanie and I, sort of fell in love at first sight, and we really, our chemistry was sort of undeniable from the second we met. So it was easy to find the characters through our friendship. And I was, so often we're in the same scenes, but especially when we got to do 2-person scenes, it was like we really discovered more and more of who these characters were. I think Greta has a sort of confidence and sometimes put on confidence that I can relate to. She wants to be a good time, and everybody, she's a little tougher than I am. She's a little cooler than I am. There's a lot about Greta that I admire and wish I was, but she's pretty damn cool.
I think.
What about you?
With Joe, it's Joe reminds me a little bit of myself, maybe, a few years ago. She's kind of just stepping into her power and into her own space and being comfortable taking up that kind of space and being really good at what she does. I definitely in her joking, I love to make people laugh. And also I feel like what Joe and I share in common is usually people are laughing with us, not at us. Even when Joe's funny, but doesn't mean to be funny, it's just endearing. And I hope that I also possess that quality.
And then to wrap it up, how was meeting Rosie O'Donnell as well as Maybelle?
Yeah, I mean,
the movie and somebody from the original.
Yeah, Rosie O'Donnell. I mean, both really iconic women that we were honored to meet, and what both of them are just so incredible. Having
their love and approval, Maybelle being an original member who can be yes, this is what it was like, and yes, there were gay girls, and and then having Rosie in this original iconic film give her love and approval, it meant so much to us.
Yeah, it was really special.
Well, ladies, it's been a pleasure. Let's keep it going. Let's hope for a season 2 to see where you guys go.
Thanks.
And congratulations once again.
Cool. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Take care. Okay, so obviously we're talking about a series that's based on a film that's based on real life. So what came to you first, knowing about the story, playing the game, or watching the movie?
The movie.
Molly? The movie?
I probably, I was a Phillies fan as a tiny little kid, loved John Kruk. Don't know why. Probably.
Hey, if you're a baseball fan, you know who John Kruk is.
I mean, had a big crush on him. Is that my type now? Not so much. But I think I probably played with my dad and my brother a little bit. I am not a great baseball player. Saw the film, I'm not sure when. So it just feels like it's always sort of been part of, part of the zeitgeist, part of what are these most beloved films of your youth? What are like the most girl powery sort of like, you know, empowered films?
And I said the film, but I grew up in Baltimore, so you know Cal Ripken was a big deal. And you know, I saw some games. But baseball takes too long for me. I'm too impatient. So you know, I'm like.
Have you tried drinking throughout it though?
Yes, I've actually had conversations with my friends who've taken me, and they just ignore me while I just sit there and talk for hours because I'm like, you're taking too long. But the film also became, you know, I became very aware of that after watching it and its legacy, especially about the girl power aspect of the film. It's one of the first ones where I felt the girl power in it. Yeah.
Well, the series is totally different from what the 92 version had. Obviously, there's a lot more layers here, a lot more storylines that you didn't get back then, maybe because they were probably trying to play it safe. When you think about the characters you're playing, and with all actors, there's always a little bit of themselves with the roles that they take. How would you say this relates to you, either one of you? Molly?
I'm a little loud. I don't know. I think I'm probably a little bonkers like Maybelle. I didn't have to do a lot of sort of character development here. It's just we're having too much fun over in Peach's Land, and Maybelle's having too much of a good time. She's not getting into arguments with people. She's kind of maintaining the peace. I'm just here for a good time.
We didn't have any scenes together, and we met each other on this and saw each other occasionally, but just from what I know about you, I felt like the sass in Maybelle was yours. I was like, oh, she's too good at spitting out those lines. She's got it. For me, I think it was Toni's heart. I'm the eldest of 6. I don't have any children. I'm a fabulous aunt, so I do know how to tell people what to do. And I do know how to, you know, care for people throughout their lives. And so I think I connected to that.
You know, when you're on the set, and obviously, you know, to connect to the real life persons as well as the person who played in the movie, what was it like if you had a chance to meet Rosie and Maybelle?
Well, I unfortunately have not gotten to meet Rosie yet. I'm holding out hope. So if you can make that happen, I am excited for that. But Maybelle, hooey. I mean, we should all be just so sharp and sassy and smart and just vibrant at 95. She's unbelievable. A Louisville Slugger is a cane. Come on.
You know, you look at Jackie Robinson's widow just turned 100. Mabel's 95. You know, you look to see what these women have endured from outside and inside the sport. You know, so for each one of you, you know, do you look into that aspect in terms of the history of where the sport has been and the impact that it has had for women who have played it or watched it or been involved in it one way or the other?
Well, we're still waiting for professional women's baseball to be a thing. We're still waiting on that. And this is so, you know, we got to learn how to play, do some ball practice with actual female players, and they're young, you know, they're like 18, 19, 20, and this show means so much to them. It's meant so much to women in the past. It means so much to Maybelle's generation. There are so many women who are looking to this show, who are looking to these younger generations to say, why don't we have professional women's baseball? What is holding us back?
Well, hopefully we can get a large enough audience for this. There can be some chatter one way or the other, whether it's through social media or anything else. But either way, congratulations on the gigs. Let's hope for season 2. And let's hope we can talk more down the road.
Thank you so much.
Take care.
You too.
Bye-bye.
So which came first? The series, the sport, or the movie for either one of you?
Oh, the movie.
The sport.
Oh, whoops.
Like, first, yeah, the sport, then the movie, then the series. Yeah.
Well, I was vaguely aware of the sport, but the movie was a huge part of my childhood.
So coming into this, I like to think that whenever time an actor takes on a role, there's a little bit of themselves in the character that they're playing. So when you're taking on these characters, do you see yourselves in there in any aspect during the episodes that you're shooting? Roberta?
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, Lupe struggles a lot with proving herself as an athlete more so than just a Latin person. And so I think in my personal life, I have to struggle with that in this industry and life in general, having to like define myself on my own terms as opposed to the terms that society sets up for people like me. And so, yeah, but so it was really like fun to tackle that and to look at it and to, you know, investigate it through this character.
What about you, Priscilla?
Pretty much same. I mean, in a different way, because I just landed, but yeah, definitely having to. I really found a lot of similarities from from my character. That's why I think it worked out so well. And also when I did the casting process, they saw a really great opportunity to combine also my personal story. I was also landing in the country as same as my character, and then and they saw a great opportunity to work out to work that out.
Yeah.
What about you, Kelly?
Yeah, I think I relate to this feral Canadian, like intensely dedicated character. I think the creative team was like trolling me at one point because I live like kind of off the grid backcountry Canada, and every time they'd hear me talk about like, you know, where I come from, whatever, they would add in the script some sort of like fishing thing or fighting thing or survival thing. So
cross-Atlantic expedition.
Yeah, so I think they you know, playing the personality of a shortstop, that kind of like wily, aggressive, no bullshit kind of character is like, I was a shortstop myself, and I think I gravitate towards it a bit.
What was that experience like? Not only to have Rosie on the show, but to also meet Maybelle and maybe some other ladies that were part from the originals.
I mean, it's a huge honor, you know, just the fact that like a ton of the people from the movie and people from the sport itself were on, just thrilled to be seeing this show come about, you know, and it felt like a huge support system that was built in. And I think in general, audiences really want to see this come to life and love the movie so much and just wanted to kind of expand the stories of these characters. And now we get to make whole new characters and expand on those and speak to all sorts of people.
It was I think their approval, Mabel's approval, Rosie's approval, it was so important for us to be chill and you know, very, very conscious and secure about what we were doing.
At this point, how good are your skills when you're playing the game? If somebody was to say, we've got a softball game going, we got a real baseball game, could you guys step up and play the game?
We're professional players now.
We're incredibly good.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna dance around being like
shy about
it.
The bomb.
We're damn good.
We are very good.
Now do you guys watch the sport? Are you watching any of the games now? You know, is there a favorite team you have?
Yeah, Vladdy. I'm a huge Jays fan. I'm the only Canadian team, shocker.
Yeah.
But no, I'm Bo Bichette is you know, my shortstop for life. So I know I watch. We're not doing that great, but
I go Mets and Astros. Was the first place I lived in the United States was Houston, Texas. So
something really beautiful was that the girls that were training us, real baseball players, they took me to my first ever baseball play. So that was beautiful and amazing and a lifetime, you know, memory for me.
And Kelsey Whitmore, one of our trainers, playing for the Fairy Hawks.
She's
on Team USA right now.
Team USA, baby.
As much as I say I'm a Jays fan, I'm trying to follow the career of some of these women who are, you know, defying expectation and playing for men's teams and whatnot. So we're gonna follow them, and we hope people do as well.
Congratulations on the gig. Let's hope for season 2. We want to see more of you and the characters that you're playing. So take care of yourselves.
Thank you.
Thank you.